Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we will explore historic Fort Gaines, Alabama. Nestled on the scenic Dauphin Island, this historic gem is a must-visit for history buffs, adventure seekers, and anyone who loves stunning coastal views. Step back in time as we explore the well-preserved Fort Gaines. This star-shaped fortification played a crucial role in the Civil War during the Battle of Mobile Bay. Imagine the stories the walls could tell. And don't forget to take advantage of Dauphin Island. Beautiful beaches, local charm while you're there. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the history, the architecture, and the incredible stories of Fort Gaines. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we uncover the rich history and breathtaking views of Fort Gaines. Let's embark on this adventure together.
As we walk into the entrance of the fort, what you see here, as you can read, is the remains of a 19th century shipwreck. This washed ashore during Hurricane George of 1998 that hit here. They've done some studies on the material, estimating that it was built in the early 1800s or just prior to the 1800s. Don't know what the ship was, what the purpose of the ship was, what happened to the crew. So all they have is just the remains of this. So a lot of things happen here on Dauphin Island because of the hurricanes and different things that go on. A lot of things to explore around here. You need to come to Dauphin Island and check it out.
Here we are inside of Fort Gaines. Nice little museum, very helpful staff. It is a guided, self-guided tour. Things are marked, and as we walk around, we'll stop and talk about some of the various features. But this is the inside of the fort. We're now kind of facing the Gulf of Mexico. Behind us is Mobile Bay, which is where the battle took place. Come on up the gun ramp with us. This is where the soldiers would walk. They'd bring their ammunition with them. Made it easier being out of brick and out of slope. So come on with us. You're looking at some gun mounts along the northern part of the fort. And there's also some along the east side. I'm sure they're all the way around. This is stop number 2, is looking at where these gun mounts would have been. We came up the ramp. Soldiers would bring ammunition, those kind of things. We're still at Fort Gaines on Dauphin Island. Behind me you can see Sand Island Lighthouse. Between here and there is where the Union fleet began to assemble to make its run into Mobile Bay. We're at Fort Gaines. Across a little ways is Fort Morgan, close to Gulf Shores, Alabama. These were both held by Confederate troops, and they were the ones that were going to fight off the Union attack into Mobile Bay. That was not successful, but they put up a good fight anyway. But you can see kind of where they go back out in the Gulf to make that battle. Over my right shoulder is a range finding station. You know, to be accurate with these cannons, they have to know the range to point them at so that they could adjust that.
And that was what that was used for, to go how far out are the ships we're trying to hit. And that's what that's used for. Just like us, we need to have ranges in our life and somebody to kind of point us in the right direction. So. We hit a little island rain shower. We had to make a break for it, skip by a few things just to get in out of the rain, kind of protect camera equipment, keep Nona from getting too wet and messing up her hair. She always likes it to look beautiful. But we are in the bakery right now. This is where all the baked goods, the bread was baked here, and in the adjoining room are actually some places where they stored the flour to keep it dry in good condition. But we skipped a few things, but we'll try to make it up or maybe just continue on. No, we're not in prison. We didn't get arrested for anything, but we're still in the bakery. We're actually in the storeroom and the preparation room, but behind me you can see that the American flag is flying at half-mast. That is in honor of General Colin Powell, who recently passed away from complications from COVID and also from cancer that he had. And we do mourn that passing. He was a great man. But they are honoring him with flags flying at half-mast. This is the Northeast Bastion. This is the only bastion here that's preserved in its original condition. You can look at the brickwork on this and look how good that brickwork was back in the early 1800s when this was built. It actually had 4 24-pound howitzers that were stationed up there. And this is, again, is facing to the northeast. This is the Northeast Bastion. There were also some places for small firearms, rifles and things to be positioned as well up here to kind of protect the people running the bigger guns. We'll walk up there and see if there's anything else interesting to see. We are surrounded by water. This is an island. We've got the Gulf of Mexico, we've got Mobile Bay, but it's all salt water. So if you're on this island, guess what? You're surrounded by water, but not all of it is drinkable. And when you're on a fort and you're in the heat of battle, you need ways to get water. Well, right over my left shoulder are what they call rain catchers. As it would rain, then that would catch the water, filter it down below so that they could use that in various activities during the fort. Not sure if they drank that water or not without filtering it, boiling it, those kind of things. But Dauphin Island actually gets some of the highest rainfall in the U.S. They get more than Seattle, Washington. That's where a lot of people think a lot of rain occurs, but they get more here than Seattle, Washington.